start crying because I don't know what to do. I've been freaking out. I even filmed a video of me freaking out. Medical workers, because they are doing an amazing job basically saving our asses over here. About the sun that will eventually come up. The night will be over. Hey there! Didn't wait for me to come back here, but I'm here and I'm talking to you right this moment. In case you didn't know, I just bought myself a new webcam, which I'm currently filming on right now, so I'm sorry for the video quality if you notice some, differences from the ones that I was filming on my dear precious phone, which I was for 2 or 3 or 5 years now. But I actually find this exact method more reliable. This webcam actually has the software to connect the microphone. I don't really know how much should I say about the current situation because, everybody, actually everybody is talking about this right now. This is scary, everybody knows that this is dangerous and very, very serious, and you shouldn't take this lightly because, well, it's a global, global problem, and it's a global disease which we should treat as a global disease. Try not to panic, try not to, be too pessimistic about everything because, we all are. We have a bunch of reasons to be at the moment, I'm not gonna lie, but just think of the things that you can do to protect yourself personally, like wash your hands, don't go out, sit at home, stay isolated, and I know that many, countries and many governments at the moment are, working on this system of, remote working and distanced working, so you can be in self-isolation while working. So, and I also want to thank all the medical workers because they are doing an amazing job right now and basically saving our asses over here. What we should do, like common people, regular people who don't work in this industry, we should just, avoid going out, stay at home, wash our hands as much as we can, don't, hang out anywhere except your home and except with whom you are at the moment. So yeah, we just should do what we can to prevent it from further spreading. I know that in these times you need entertainment as much as you, well, more than you usually need it. Play video games, draw, I don't know, hang out, make some crafts if that makes you happy, watch some videos on YouTube, watch TV series, watch films. I think TV series would be way better at, than everything because you could watch TV series, get very, very involved with that, and you would not care about anything because that's what used to happen to me whenever I would start watching a new TV series, and then it would turn, against myself basically because I would be too involved in that and I didn't want to know anything except for this very thing. So be careful about that, but still that's a good thing, I think, to spend your time doing. And also I've been watching a lot of YouTubers who've been saying that it's good that all we can do right now is just make fun videos for you to watch because everything is crumbling around us and we need something to laugh at because that's the point, because if we don't have it we will turn into a big mess because well, we just couldn't handle it without those happy moments that we can get from wherever we can. At this moment I want to thank you very much for choosing me as your source of inspiration or your source of entertainment because you clicked this video and you decided to watch it, and thank you so much for spending your time watching my video. I'll try to make it as entertaining as possible for you to watch. Also, what I'm going to do later on in my quarantine is I'm probably dyeing my hair some different color because we are not usually normally allowed to dye our hair while we teach in school, but as we are now in our remote teaching and I sit at home and hold lessons at home, I think I could maybe dye my hair some different color, but it wouldn't be too crazy. Like, I wouldn't touch this part of my hair, which is my root, and I think that I'm not touching that because I promised to myself that I'm not dyeing it again, so, you know, it wouldn't look too crazy, it just would be different colors everywhere. But I'm not really sure about my decision so far, but, you know, I have a couple of days to think about it. And then I'm either doing it, either I don't, so the choice is simple, kinda. And by the way, about online teaching and remote learning a little bit. So right now, in our country at least, we have remote learning everywhere. Like, universities are closed down, schools are shut down, you know, kindergartens are shut down. We have got all of our lessons online at this exact moment, and I kind of like it, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I like it, I love it. I actually would say that I love it. Even in some cases I would prefer to hold my lessons offline because, you know, it's more control, it's more discipline in the lessons, it's more, you know, different types of interactions between you and the kids. But in some cases I would much rather hold my lessons online because it's so much more comfortable for me to not get up very early, to not have to go all the way through Moscow and then to the places of my work. I just wake up 2 hours prior to my lessons, I prepare for them, I lay in my bed a little bit, even opening all the files that I need to, and then I just hold my lessons and I have some breaks, I make myself coffee, I go to toilet and then I go back, and you know, everything goes so smoothly and I actually feels so good. That would be my dream, you know, to not leave my house ever because I have everything that I need in my house right now. And now, as I have all this stuff around me, as I have a cool, you know, setup, I have a bunch of cosmetics to play with, I have a bunch of hair dye to play with, I have a bunch of stuff for crafts. For example, I have got my pencils here, which I can, you know, draw something with it. I have in my, you know, here in my table, in my desk, I have a bunch of paints to paint pictures. I don't know, do everything that I want to, and like a bunch of games. So basically I'm all fine on my own in my house, not leaving it. It's so cool and so great. I just love it. But at the same time, it feels so weird whenever you just don't leave your house because you don't want to. It's one thing, because you think that any time that something happens you need to go to a doctor for a reason that is not too urgent, but you just need to get something checked. You can, you know, you just can't stand up, you book an appointment and just come. Anytime you want to, you know, go to the shop and just, you know, look for some books and just to read something in your free time, you can. While in quarantine, while everything is really closing down, you know that you don't have this opportunity anymore, and you know, it feels kind of different. I don't really know how I feel about that just yet. I know that I should be staying at home, I know that it's better for me to stay at home, but I don't really know how I feel about that, you know? It's kind of scary to think of that. Every once in a while I read the news, I open my, you know, social media, and I scroll through the news and I see all that news about this virus, about this disease spreading, and I feel so freaking out. I feel so scared. I feel so nervous, and I just start crying because I don't know what to do, because I feel powerless. I feel helpless. I feel so attacked by that, although I'm not, you know, actually attacked by that now. But what actually helps me in these times is turning off all social media, turning off the news, turning off the phone, just putting it somewhere else and just not looking into that, just like, you know, not seeing that for some time. And this is the first point. Second point is to, you know, start playing some games or watching a TV series, or playing some games that have a plot and have actually, you know, some quests or some interactive storytelling games, you know, kind of these kind of games that have a story that you can be involved with, and you can, you know, be way too involved in it. It's so good, it's so good. I honestly recommend that, to do that, because me and my boyfriend, we've been playing some Sherlock Holmes and during the our weekends, and it was so nice. Like, we still play it, and I think that after this video we are going to play it when he finishes with his work. But it's so nice, it's so like fun. Also, like, when I was making plans for my work, it also helped me, because it takes so long to just make one presentation. When you don't focus, you can't do that. So whenever I make my plans, I feel so good about that. And also, the other day I had such a nice, good, mood, and that it was probably 7 a.m. something, because I went to bed very late while I was making my plans. It was that moment when I came to the kitchen, I looked at the sunset, I looked at the sunrise, and it was so, peaceful and calm. And I started just singing the song that made me feel so much better. It was the song about, Russians probably will get that, but just explaining that in English. So about the sun that will eventually come up, and that the night will be over. Nothing, bad lasts forever, and that everything will be alright, everything will be fine. And it's basically a song about, like, sun rising up and everything bad being down and over. I decided to just focus on that for a second and just, be in that moment as long as possible. So yeah. Speaking of good moments and prolonging them as much as possible, I would also like to talk about my birthday. Recently I've had a birthday. It was 24th of March. I had 2 lessons that day, and and also after those, first thing in the morning, I had to complete a quest that my boyfriend prepared for me to find kind of a nice, simple surprise for me, which was related to the Morse code, and it was a message to me, and I needed to read it. It was kind of complicated at some point, but it was kind of fun. Yeah, next off, I held my lessons. Then after I finished with my lessons, I saw the pizza coming up to our door. I saw a bunch of nice food, a cake that I blew the candles at night, at that exact night, and I sang the song by Taylor Swift of 22, my favorite song. I've been waiting so long to sing this song on my 22nd birthday, and I did it. I was so happy about that. I was so focused on getting a perfect birthday for myself, I was always focused on, having this day so special. It was 1 or 2 days before my birthday. I've been freaking out. I even filmed a video of me freaking out, because I was almost crying and talking, because I was so anxious, I was so scared, and I felt so focused on this birthday going, being good and feeling good. I just wanted to say it to someone. I wanted to discuss it with someone, so I filmed a video, an entire video, but the sound of it was not very good, because my phone just went crazy somehow. And I'm glad at some point that it wasn't good, because otherwise I would edit it, I would post it, and it would make everyone even more sad and anxious. But eventually, when it came up, I realized that I do not feel that special, and I was sad at the first moment, but then I realized that it's only because that all of my other days are good as well, because all my other days are special as well. I feel happy every single day. I feel happier than I was feeling a year ago for sure, but I am feeling good every other day. And I don't feel that, I feel like every day of mine is special, Even during this dangerous and scary pandemic, I feel like every single day of mine is special in its own way. And that's why in my birthday I didn't feel like it was somewhat special, more special than my other days. And I was kind of happy about that, for this exact moment. I was so happy that it happened this way. I just wanted to say that I think that we shouldn't put so many expectations on that day, because if you're like me, if you love your birthday so much and you care about that so much, because I do, and I personally feel so horrified when my birthday doesn't, happen the way it is. Like this exact special day, I honestly believe that it's something special, miraculous. It should be the best day of all. I don't know, but I used to believe that, and I still believe that. We should make every day of ours special in this kind of sense, if you know what I mean, because in that days, if something bad happens, you feel so frustrated, but if something bad happens in any other day, you don't feel that frustrated, but just because it's your birthday doesn't mean that nothing bad can happen in this day. And I feel like I understood that only this year, yeah. We should also pay attention to that, we should also let ourselves be happy. If you feel happy in your birthday, if you have your birthday and you like to celebrate it, just be there, celebrate it as much as you can. You can, turn on some Zoom, you can turn on some Discord, call your friends and, hang out, talk to each other, and it would be a good birthday, what not to love about this day, I feel like we all should focus on our happiness a little bit more. And I know that it's a stupid thing to say, like, be happy, always be happy. You can't be happy always, and it's always hard to be happy whenever something bad is happening to you and you're going through something. It's normal to feel scared, okay? It's normal to feel anxious. It's normal to feel attacked. It is normal, because I totally understand you if you do feel this way. I totally understand you because I feel this way every single day, because I turn on my news and I read through them and I start crying because I'm so scared and helpless. There's nothing we can do about it. We can't stop it. There's no magic of stopping it, we just need to pull through that, we just need to get through that somehow. Be thankful for the food that we have in our fridge, be thankful for the delivery services that are still working to this day, be thankful for whatever we are having, try to distract ourselves with whatever we can at the moment. But you know what? I didn't come here to lower your mood, I didn't come here to just speak about this problem and like be so super sad and whiny. I didn't do that. So what I do want to do is I want to take this board that I have got with me, and I've got these markers of different colors. There are a bunch of different markers. It doesn't matter if you have such kind of a board in your home with yourself. Sitting down every once in a while and writing down all the good things that you can think of, and just putting this list somewhere where you can see it, maybe in front of your desk or in your office, maybe somewhere, next to you, or just put it down somewhere where you can look it up. I think it's more important that you do it manually, not type it in your phone. I think it would be better if you just took a pen, sat down and wrote down all the things that you're happy about. I think we could write down a couple of things about today that we liked, and you can follow along, because you can take a marker if you have got some. You can totally do that with me as I do that. I just noticed that my recording went to hell. I mean, the sound recording of it. In this part of the video, it should be fine, because I'm now recording to my, second recorder, and it's going to be fine, I'm hoping. Yeah, I will be filming it to the second camera. The one good thing that happened today was that I talked to our other teachers and we discussed all of our next moves, and I understood that I was doing everything okay. Okay, so let me take a separate color. Let it be a red one. Yeah. So, thing number 2 that I'm kind of happy about today is that I've managed to hold an unexpected lesson. So I didn't know that it was going to happen, but it happened eventually, and I'm happy about that. I'm not really sure about today, but let me think of maybe previous week. Yeah, that would like this week in general. I've had an amazing birthday and didn't die, which is also important, Thing number 4, I would say that I've cooked very nice cookies. Yes, it was like cookies and cakes at the same time. Let me take the green. I took good care of myself and treated myself well. And if you put this list somewhere, you know, just somewhere where you can see it, well, very well, and somewhere where you can reread it every time, I think that will make some sense at all to just, you know, feel a little bit better about yourself, or just write some nice things to motivate yourself. So yeah, I think that pretty much concludes my video and concludes my thoughts on this today's topic. And now I'm gonna go back to making plans and sleepless nights. Oh, that's what I love the most. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video, which will happen somewhat soon. Okay, bye.